Welcome to this week's episode of Azentuary. We pick up in Sigil, everyone having come back from getting the ore from Shurok and leveling up. Everyone is now level 12. If you guys want to talk about anything cool that you get in this level, I think this was a big one for most of you.
I think it should be 13 now.
Is it 13?
It is 13.
Okay, well, see, I was even off one. So, was this one of the big ones, or was it the next one?
It was a big one for me.
I think 13's a big one. Or a few.
I didn't do much. I have reached a new level in my spells.
Cool.
As did I. So I now know Fireball and Remove Curse.
Ooh, nice.
I kinda thought
Alpha
Remove
was
Curse
blessed
come
by
in handy.
Gond.
I can deal 7d10 fire damage.
Nice. Heck
Yep,
yeah.
All that happened to Alpha was Gond assessed his poor ability to recruit, but realized his good nature, and assumes that Alpha's lack of recruitment skills must deal with his inability to communicate. So through his devotion has granted Alpha the ability to understand all languages.
Instead of giving him a boost in his charisma. Or,
Nope. It must be because he's just being misunderstood.
right? Or assimilating, how to win friends and influence people.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh my god. Oh, so funny. So anyway, yes. So yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say you are in Sigil, the city of portals. So if you have a place or a direction you want to go, someone you want to talk to, you've got all sorts of options, nearly infinite options, as the entire universe is laid out before you.
Perfect. Well, the first thing I need to do is go shopping. I need a little bit of bat guano and some sulfur.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you that's easy enough to find in the Great Bazaar.
Yep, I figured. So I'll just make a quick side trip, grab a good bunch of that. That's necessary for my fireball casting. And then we need to go to Tartarus, I believe.
Yes.
Or I guess, is Carcery underneath Tartarus? Or is Tartarus underneath Carcery?
You could have the religious person do a religion check.
Yes, Alpha, could you do a religion check for us?
I believe I can look into this. Let me see, because I need to double check with my new level. Oh, wow. I get a big boost to religion. All right. Wow. 29.
So 30 is considered impossible, so good job. So you give... excuse me. Sorry, I've just got this tickle I can't get rid of. Anyway, you give a great treatise on how Carcery is part of the Tartarian depths. It is a place of many layers that goes down through an almost infinite number of pearl-stringed worlds on each level. And the best way to get there initially is to take a ferry on the River Styx.
Okay. Easy enough, since we're basically right there. All right.
Yep.
So we will go to the Black Sail Tavern and book passage on the River Styx.
Awesome. You get one of the ferrymen that shows up and kind of... We take you guys somewhere already. Shouldn't you be somewhere else already?
Yeah, we're working on it. We've got one more quest.
Only one.
Yes, but I think we took you somewhere that you should still be, and I don't remember bringing you back.
We came back.
We have very
by,
we have very forgettable faces.
yeah.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
These are not the faces you were looking for.
All right, so you're sure about this? You want to go to Tartarus? You want me to take you off down all the way? Okay.
Unfortunately, yes. Unless you
It's
have a Titan's toenail kind of hidden on your person.
no, that's not exactly something they give up lightly. Okay, well, there's no charge for going there, so I guess jump in.
All right. Well, we do.
All right. Well, he starts pushing you off, and he's like, "Man, I'm glad you had such forgettable faces, because I was really confused. There were these other people that uh, we gave a ride to, and I was sure they were doomed. Maybe they still are. Who knows? Well, anyway.
Where did you give them a ride to?
Oh, where was that? Oh, crap. I'm trying to remember that previous place you guys went. Let me look. I think I have it here in my notes.
Rangath.
Yeah, Krangath. That's what I was looking at. He's like, yeah, we dropped him off down there, and, was sure those people weren't going to make it. He doesn't realize it's you because, Alpha told him you have forgettable faces.
Right. Because we do.
Yep.
And say, well, you never know. Life forms can be resilient.
Like, yes, it is rather interesting, and he continues to just kind of babble, and he starts to tell an endless story that you eventually just kind of start ignoring as he continues to push his way through the river on a very uneventful trip. Probably the whole tour takes you like 3 hours or something to get down to Limbo. And where he takes you, let me find my notes. There he is. The mists of the river Styx give way to a swampland. There is a bit of a dock. It looks old, preserved, somewhat ancient, but yet not. Like someone has definitely maintained it despite its very old appearance. And this is where he takes the ferry and gestures for you to get off.
All right. So where exactly are we? What exactly are we disembarking? What is this place here?
He points. He says, "This is the first layer. This is as deep as the rivers flow. You will find your way from here."
So this is the first layer of Tartarus.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right.
He
So
just
we get
nods
off.
and pushes off.
All right, swampland. Woo!
Yes, in
Swamp.
fact, you notice as you look around that the swampland, as far as you can tell, is made up of different sized patches, and each patch is kind of glowing with a green light and is covered by a patchwork of green grass. So there's basically illumination from the ground.
Okay. So these are like all floating islands.
Yeah, like swamp islands. So you know how you'd have like patches of water and then an island of mushy earth that in a swamp where you got like the squishy level.
Uh-huh.
So it's like that.
Sounds almost like Elysium with all the green.
Yes, but this place is. It seems like as soon as you get a certain distance from the dock, it's filled with like mosquitoes and swarming insects.
Well, that's
Okay.
not very
It's
nice.
quite pleasant.
Yeah.
Are there
And
any
as you look,
trees around?
there are no trees, but as you look into the distance, there are a couple of mountains dotting the horizon. One of them is huge, much bigger than the others. And from somewhere beyond even that, there's like the very light sound of music carried on the wind, just slightly off kilter.
Okay. Does the music sound like it's close?
No, it sounds like it's being carried from beyond the mountains.
Okay. And how far away would you say the mountains are?
Oh, several miles,
Okay.
like
So
many miles away.
there are no trees. All right. Well, how deep is? So we're standing on a dock.
You're on the dock. There's, the thick patch of grassy island that it's connected to, and you can definitely tell that there are island patches that will keep you out of the water going off, that away.
Okay, so we just island hop then.
Yeah, like what is that? The swamp where all the elves were preserved.
Oh,
Uh,
in Tolkien.
Yeah.
Fields of the Dead.
Yeah,
Dead
like the
marshes.
Fields of the Dead. Dead marshes, thank you.
All right. Awesome. Cool. So I guess we shall start making our way kind of towards the mountain, the big one.
Cool. You get off and you start walking off the dock and start walking. And one of the things that is noticed is in the distance, somewhat on the direction you're going, somewhat off to the side, there appears to be almost like a little town. And it's a bunch of buildings that are up on stilts. Like one of those southern swamp villages.
Okay. And that's fairly close.
It's
As we
on your way.
As we approach here.
Yeah, you hear that except on like a harpsichord.
Hmm.
Oh no, wait, no, I take it back. I take it about you hear that but it sounds like it's being played on a theremin.
Ooh.
Well, by all means, let us head towards the village.
Cool. Well, you guys start walking over that way, and the first thing you notice is there appears to be I want to call them almost looking like a farmer, but a creature that is out with kind of a rake, like one of those old style wooden rakes that's actually all wood that's been like turned to look like fingers and is raking part of the path in front of you.
Okay. What does the creature look like?
It's as you are far at this distance, its arms are too long, like they're almost as long as its legs. It's kind of green in hue, and its back is to you, but you can tell its head is too big, and it's got like long, heavy black dreads coming down.
Okay.
And it's big. Like, it's much taller than you, like, I don't know, say 9 feet tall.
And it's green.
Nature
Yes.
check. I'm kidding.
You can do
Okay.
that.
Yeah, go for it.
Might as well. Why not? $22.
Like, guys, I think that's a troll.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay, perfect.
Troll teeth.
All right. Does he see us?
No, its back is to you currently.
Okay. How far away is he?
Oh, I don't know. Let's say you're coming up on it 40 feet.
Perfect. All right. I will hail the troll.
Oh, good, because if you weren't going to do it, then Alpha was about to.
So, so instead
Well,
of
he's
Alpha,
raking very inefficiently.
hello.
All right. We'll see where this
You-
goes.
There's a shocked moment where it stands up and is like, "Huh?" and turns and looks at you, and it kind of snarls. You see, there's pointed teeth, and then it closes its mouth and then kind of leans forward, inquisitively looking at you. Just, huh?
All right. Alpha, do you want to speak to this troll?
Oh, of course. Alpha approaches him and says, I could not help but notice your rake seems very inefficient. Have you familiar with the teachings of Gond?
So, while
speaking in troll.
do you? Well, wait. Can you speak all languages or
Well,
just understand them?
Oh, speak and understand. The creatures can understand what he says, and he can understand what they say. It's a mutual communication.
Okay, so he speaks back, and the rest of you hear kind of a guttural mix of common, orcish, goblin, and giant, all mixed together as this thing is like, squealing and back at Alpha, or Alpha to it. It's just like, well, Gond, there's no Gond here. What? I'm just out trying to clean this place up. We're all stuck here. Might as well do something about it. Jeez.
Ah. Would not improving your job efficiency make your time a little more enjoyable?
There is no enjoyment here. And all we have is time. So I don't care.
Curious, but I suppose I can see the logic in your statement. I guess to the party, everyone hears Alpha speak common, yet the troll understands him. Because he doesn't actually speak all the languages, they can just understand what he says.
Right.
Got it. So,
It's almost like telepathy.
It kind of is. It's essentially he taps into the inner key of the creatures so they can understand whatever he says.
Nice.
Got it.
Like speaking in tongues.
All
Only
right.
the actual speaking in tongues, not what Baptists think it is.
Got it. Yes. No, I caught your gist there. All right. So Dane kind of nudges off and goes, "Hey, ask him, is this village like all trolls, or is it just kind of a mix of different races?"
Okay. Alpha relays the question.
Yeah. There's a bunch of different people here from all over. We just we're here because we're avoiding, them over there. We don't like them. We're the normal ones.
Oh, who is them over there?
Well, you see the big mountain, the tallest one there?
Indeed.
Okay, so here's the deal. It goes all the way up and connects to that other world, and he points up and you see there's another planet floating just maybe a mile or two above you. Just right there. And he's like, you see that mountain connects all the way to that planet, and right in the middle there's a big palace, and that's where the Titans are. And not only that, but down below them there's a whole city of anarchists that live down there. And well, we just decided to be here instead because they won't come over here.
Now I am curious. How does a city of anarchists work? Do they not have to be organized in order to actually function in a city?
Well, funny thing, the history of anarchy is about organization. It's just not about government hierarchical control. But I digress, because this is not an educational discussion, and I'm just supposed to be a troll. So,
Oh. So during this discussion, I guess Alpha just turns to Dane and says, "Many people live here." Because the whole conversation, I guess, was not being translated.
No, he's just like.
All right.
But Alpha turns back and says, "Pardon, but do you happen to know the direction toward Tartarus?"
You're in Tartarus.
Oh. Thank you. Alpha points to the castle in the distance and says, "Titans are over there."
Okay.
Or I guess the mountain in the distance.
Can you ask him where Carceri is?
Okay. Says Relay. Do you happen to be familiar with Carceri?
Its eyes get big. And you get a affirmative nod.
And is Carceri that way? And points toward the mountain.
He points straight down.
Oh. Do we have to dig?
No, there are means to walk there. You have to go to the lowest point in this realm, and that will take you to the next. You then have to do that for every realm.
Ah. So, how do we find this lowest point?
I don't know. Not someplace I'd want to be. But if it'd be anywhere, it'd probably be under the mountain, in the mountain, something to do with that mountain. There's a reason the Titans live there and guard everything. They're constantly bickering and fighting.
Curiouser and curiouser. So,
Perfect.
Yeah, as Alpha relays that. Only without the bickering and fighting.
All right. Sounds good. Well, and that is where we are headed.
Right. And Alpha turns and says, "Thank you." And I don't know, do you think Alpha would have made any pamphlets while he was stuck in the city to pass out?
Maybe.
If he had time, maybe.
Or maybe or if the Temple of Gond had, recruitment pamphlets that he could pick up. I'm just thinking of, like, if he just passes off, here, some light reading for when you are feeling like your eternity is a little too long.
He can't read.
That would be the best joke. As he hands out pamphlets to beings that can't read common.
No, I mean, he can't read at all in any language.
Yes, well, still, that makes it even funnier.
It's a picture
Here's a pamphlet
book
that you can't read. And then the troll probably uses it to wipe his backside later.
Oh no, what it should be is like the little guidebook that's at the beginning of every episode of Resident Alien. It's like pictures of what to do and what not to do if you're pretending to be a human. But it's like pictures of, like, here is how you glorify Gond as a picture book. Or like IKEA instructions. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man, Gond could be the CEO of IKEA.
Gond made easy.
There we go.
Gond for dummies.
Perfect. All right. Well, we wave goodbye and continue our way to the mountain.
Thank you, kind troll. Enjoy the raking. Or say, enjoy the inefficient raking.
He looks at you and he's like, well, it's kind of all we have. I mean, you didn't even look close to notice. This is actually just made out of my own arm.
Oh, curious indeed. And I shall give you a gold star for ingenuity.
You get a, huh?
Here, have a pamphlet.
You have a very confused troll as you walk away.
Hey, we didn't have to fight it.
Yeah, pretty much. Good thing too, because we probably would have we probably would have caught the whole village on fire.
No,
Well, they are
ability.
What? Oh, they are a very low challenge rating creature. I mean, you could probably beat one up pretty easily.
Probably. But, why fight if we don't have to?
Yeah, fair.
Anyway, so we continue on our way.
Awesome. Ugh. As you continue on your way, you start to get stung and bitten by bugs. They are swarming you heavier and heavier as you get closer to the mountain.
Fantastic. All right.
Dude, pull your weight. Make us some mosquito spray.
I was just about to ask, could I do like a nature check to see if or a nature survival check to see if I know how to make a bug repellent out of what's available?
Totally.
Nature or survival?
Um, Well, I would say survival because this isn't going to be a nature area you're particularly familiar with, so you're trying to figure it out.
That works. Okay. 22.
Dang. All right. I'm gonna say, well, you see a plant and you think that looks familiar. That reminds me of a plant from back home. And you grab it and you kind of break it stalk and then rub it on your hand and sniff it, and then you kind of lick it. You're like, "Yep, this is it. This will do the job. We need to find enough of this, break it open, and rub it on our bodies."
Nice. I'm so smart.
All right. I imagine all of us except Alpha will do so because I don't imagine Alpha is really susceptible to insect bites.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't be.
Not particularly attractive to mosquitoes.
Yeah,
True.
They're not particularly attracted to him, no blood. Unless his
True.
coolant fluent is like blood.
I was more thinking they were just general biting insects,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he runs into a bunch of termites, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
True.
Since
anything.
half of him is made of wood.
So, Alpha, since you're the only one that doesn't put it on, you notice that everyone else kind of has almost a slightly yellowed cloud around them. Like if you squint really squinty, it'd be like little wavy lines coming off of each of their bodies.
Curious indeed.
But you also notice the bugs are not biting them.
I'm a genius.
I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT. I'm so smart. Anyway, all right. Well, we continue on our journey.
Awesome. Cool. Well, you guys get down to a point, you're kind of at the base of the mountain, and you see that the road forks. It goes left and right.
Okay. So the road is forking. Is the mountain still directly in front of us?
Yes, it appears that the road goes to the mountain each way, but to a different part of the mountain. Though you can't quite see from here, like where it goes to connect.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Does anybody get any kind of feeling or anything like that about which direction would be better?
Nature check. I'm kidding.
That could be.
You
see
can
if,
use
like,
a
one of the
nature
road-
check for whatever.
I just flick my finger, put it up to the wind. Yes, the path is good this way.
Ray, do you
Okay.
have any
Longcastra stood.
What biome is it?
swamp?
It's
Swampy
kind of a
biome.
swampy plain,
I
like,
can't
you know.
do it.
Okay.
I mean, I can try a nature check. Might as well.
Sure.
I guess Alpha can also do a
27.
religion check to see if he knows anything from the scriptures. Oh, he's not familiar with these scriptures.
Oh, he's not familiar. Now, I rolled a 27 on that nature check.
Well, Longcastra stood and looked down one as far as he could, and then turned and took the other in the same, and said, we should not split up. So, I
That's
recommend... well, no, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a good way to end that. I was trying to, like, kind of roughly quote Robert Frost and make it sound like you had an epiphany.
Oh, okay.
Just we should not split up. Pause. Okay, is that it?
Well, because in the poem he says, I could not travel both and be one traveler. So I was trying to be like, oh yeah, it's a group. Do
Yep.
not split up. All
Trying
right.
to get all metaphysical on us.
So you get a feeling like to the left is more of a way of chaos, and to the right is a way of order.
Okay. If we're looking for titans, we'll probably want the chaos route. Would that be accurate to the rest of the party?
I don't know necessarily.
I mean, didn't the trolls say that, like, the titans fought with each other all the time?
Well, yeah, but so do the gods of Mount Olympus.
Well, it's up to you. That's the intel I have.
Okay, let me think about it a little bit.
I mean, I'm inclined to go chaos route myself, but, you know.
Yes, we know.
No one cares about what I think.
That is not true.
We care, we just don't value.
Anyways.
It would be impossible for us to devalue your opinion if we didn't care about it.
Wow.
Wow.
He's not wrong. He's out of line, but he's not wrong.
Again, not really what I was trying to, not the point I was trying to make, Alpha.
Oh, but it was a good point.
Not necessarily.
I can feel the love from this group.
I absolutely care what Casaros, his opinion is, so...
And then chooses to ignore it. That's okay.
That is also not true.
I'm so sensitive. Chaos or order? Which do we choose?
I thought Cassos was going down one and we should stick together.
No, he hadn't started yet. He just is more naturally drawn to the chaotic one, whereas Dane is more naturally drawn to the lawful, the orderly one. So that is our conundrum.
Which way do we think Titans would be?
Well, which one do you think would lead us to our destination best?
I don't know. I would say chaotic, we're more apt to run into trouble along the way. Orderly, we're probably more apt to might be a bit of a safer passage.
Have a point.
I'll give you the same advice that is in that Robert Frost poem. I took the one less traveled by, and it made all the difference.
Yes, but that's, that was not necessarily a good thing, and I think he admitted to as much.
No, the whole point of the poem is that both roads are exactly the same, and it didn't matter.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, since Castros is more, since he's more drawn to this one, we'll take the chaotic one.
Also, I just think that would be the way of the Titans as well. But anyways,
It
onward.
could make a titanic difference.
Uh-huh.
Well, you follow this path, and it curls around the left side of the mountain, where you see at its base kind of a squat toad with its mouth wide open and the path leading straight into it as like a giant gate.
Okay, so the path leads to a giant toad.
Like a stone carving, like a
Okay.
giant
Yeah, I
stone
thought they were
carving
real
of a
I
toad.
was like, we gotta go through a toad.
Yeah, it's like a squat, like a big stone carving, like that. The big stone relief cuts in the desert. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade style, and it instead of being that type of ornate building, though, it's a big squat toad with its mouth wide open.
Got it.
I like him. I shall name him Fred.
Fred's dead.
So is Zed. Zed is also dead.
Yeah.
Fred is.
No, I'm still embarrassed by the fact that I didn't realize that Z is pronounced Z in the majority of the world until much older in life. So when
Really?
he has like the keychain that shows the Z, I was just like,
Uh-huh.
oh my gosh.
Well, see, I didn't know that even now.
Yeah, apparently North Americans, U.S. folk are the only ones who say Z. Even Canadians call it Z.
We
Really?
say it because it rhymes better.
Yeah, no,
It's
I had no
because-
idea.
It's because of the alphabet song. W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. See?
Oh, okay. So
we do it
Americans
for
are
that.
the only ones that sing the ABC song?
Oh no, every country
Every country-
seems to, but just with their own pronunciation style. And
Yeah.
slightly different tonal pace.
Yep.
Huh.
Like the Chinese version is aber zu de ge.
Interesting. Are those Chinese letters, or is that how Chinese?
That's how Chinese pronounce the A B C D E F G. Aber zu de ge.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's mostly in line with pinyin pronunciation.
Okay.
Yep. Where we get the tuxedo chicken.
Anyway, back on track.
Anyways, moving on.
We don't need no
Moving on.
cultural awareness in this here D&D game.
Nope, not at all. We just go to interesting places, meet interesting people, and
kill
kill
them.
them.
Yay! U.S. Navy motto.
Woohoo! Genocide.
All right. So I guess we enter the toad's mouth.
All right. Well, you go in, and the first thing you see is kind of not even a well-built entryway, but the rock here is rough, and there's two short creatures, kind of pale-looking, but you notice they're both wearing masks and fighting with each other, like almost a wrestle fight.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I think Dane just kind of stops and, watches. See what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you watch for a minute as they're completely focused on each other in this test of strength, we'll call it, until one of them looks up, notices you, and at that moment, the other one knocks it down, grabs something and runs off into the cave away from you. The one that got knocked down then sees you, rolls over, and starts like skidding, all fours backwards to try and get away until it hits the wall on the side, and it's just kind of scared looking at you.
Oh, okay.
Alpha goes up and says, "Hello."
There is a audible scream.
I'm not even wearing my devil mask.
That's not a very welcoming way to respond to hello.
Well, maybe that's how they say hello in their language, Alpha. You don't know.
Well, he does.
Yeah,
I
you're
would
right.
know.
You're right. You do know now. Never mind.
It just was frightened. Jeez.
Dane raises up his hand. It says, "It's all right. We mean you no harm if you mean no harm to us."
Don't
He's-
worry. We actually Alpha relays it and then adds on, and we generally mean that truthfully most of the time.
The poor little creature kind of looks. You see its whole head move back and forth, and it asks very timidly, "You don't have masks. Where are your faces?"
Oh, we do have masks.
Oh yeah, I
Maybe-
pull out my Aarakocra mask and put it on.
It
Doesn't
looks
Alpha
at
still
you.
have, like, a demon mask or something.
Yes, you do.
That's the evil one.
Yeah, you probably don't want to use that one right now.
Don't actually know. We've never actually tried Alpha wearing it.
That's true. We did not.
And he does have the ability to resist mental control. He has to normally use it as an action to break it, but possible.
You can try.
And then watch it. He kills the creature before he does. It takes a whole action to try and break its control. He kills the creature in the meanwhile.
Oh, jeez.
But honestly, Alpha's face is kind of like a mask.
Yeah.
Anyways, at least I have a mask.
But we should all have masks, don't we? From way back when we just
Well, we
Never
I
really
think
pull
we
them out.
lost some of them. I think
Yeah,
I
you
lost
left.
the Simian Death Mask because I had it on the dummy.
Yep.
Oh right, yeah.
I know I have mine because I set a fire with it.
Yep, you've got the Aarakocra one. I think the only other one was that devil mask.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I also have that one, but it induces fear on those who witness it, so probably not the best mask to use in this scenario.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
You each have a different devil mask. The one of them is the fear one, and the other one is the warlord one.
Yeah. Yeah. Alpha has the Warlord one. Castros has the Fear one. But after it kind of got stuck on his face, he hasn't used it since.
Yeah. I haven't had
What-
the reason to.
You guys have so much fun stuff that just sits in your bag.
Because there's serious what's the word I'm looking for?
Drawbacks?
Consequences, ramifications.
Exactly. Yes. Where the negatives almost outweigh the positives in a lot of different ways. So,
But wait, we do have the ability now, or you do, to remove curses. So what would happen if we remove the curse? Would that remove the negative consequences of the mask?
no, because those are magical objects. So I think if I remove curse, it just basically means at that point in time you can take the mask off. Here, let me read it here real quick. As long as I can find it. So at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object so it can be removed or discarded.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah,
Well, that's not very fun.
not as much, and that's one of those kind of, since I only have 2 of those spell slots, I kind of like to not waste them.
Why don't make a note for next session when we get, or whenever we get back to Sigil. We have an entire city with experts around that could probably assist us with better using these items.
This is probably
That's a
true.
point.
Oh,
So,
anyway,
back to the problem at hand. Yeah, Castros can probably put on his Eric Croker
Yeah.
mask.
I do.
Dane and Ray, probably not so much. And I don't know that Alpha needs to bother because his face already is kind of mask-like.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Alpha waves a hand over his face, and as the hand travels over, you see a smile appear. This is the mask.
So 2 of us are masked, kind of.
Kind of. Although, when you put the Aarakocra mask on, you do notice something. You suddenly feel more intelligent here. Like, it's giving you some other weird effect. This place is, doing something with it.
Like you've drank copious amounts of coffee.
No, you feel, like, literally smarter. You feel like you gained a whole point of intelligence. But it's also making you want to be, like, a bit more egotistic and scheming.
Well, that works for me, so.
Right. I mean, that's kind of Castros anyway. Not the scheming so much, but everything else.
True. Anyways.
Okay, so what is the creature's reaction?
Well, he seems to calm when he sees the Aarakocra mask and kind of understand that Alpha is a mask, just like a living one. He's very cautious of the 2 of you without and tries to signal Alpha and Castros to, like, move away from you guys.
Ah, okay.
You guys are weird. Wear your masks. You have no faces. Weirdos. Anyways, do we want to ask questions?
Yeah, Alpha asks, do you require assistance?
He says, yes, I would love your assistance. In fact, would you be interested in doing a little something for me?
I don't like the way he's
Potentially. What do we get in return?
What do you need? You tell me. I don't just offer freely. You have to tell me what you're looking for.
We would need a guide to Karsuri.
Okay, well, I can guide you. I can take you all sorts of places.
All right.
Excellent.
So while the creature and Alpha are talking, Dane reaches into his pack, takes out a spare shirt, ties a knot in the top of the shirt, cuts a couple holes in the for eye holes, and then sticks it on over his helmet and his head, so that now he looks like he's wearing a mask.
Okay. You, as an effect of the place, you suddenly have an urge to, wherever you see something like soft wood, to use the sharp tip of your axe and carve a capital D into it.
Oh, because it's like I'm wearing a hoodie. Does it help put the creature at ease, though?
Yes, he seems calmer now. He sees that go on, and he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. You're good. You're good. All right."
Ray, do you have a mask or a veil that you can fashion?
I have a set of traveler's clothes that I might be able to use to cover my face. But that's about it. Oh, do you?
I mean, that's what Dane did.
Yeah, I could, but
So what do you do? Do you do something? Do you look as ridiculous as Dane, or you just basically kind of tie it around your head like a scarf or something? Like
I don't know, tied around my head. Whatever works, I don't care.
kind of like a purse.
Alright.
All right. So apparently she ties it around her head.
Okay. So she's got to tie it around a little something that comes down, maybe over the nose, across the mouth, that type of a thing.
Yeah.
Cool. It'll- The guy kind of still gives you the side eye, but it's like calmer, visibly calmer. It's just okay, cool. So you see, I guess you've noticed that he's basically just talking in common, so it's not just Alpha talking to him at this point.
Okay.
So
Okay. Cool.
he
that's
just
significantly
really,
mechanically much more convenient.
yeah, I figured. So he kind of looks at you and it's like, okay, guys, like you saw that little SOB that came down here before. He beat me up and he stole my things, and we need to get it back. We need to get everything I had, and then we're gonna take some of his to teach him a lesson.
I'm down. Let's go. Prank
Awesome.
war.
Yes, we'll prank him good. Prank him to the death.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, lead on. We will find him.
Awesome. So you guys, what? Go ahead.
Dr. Locke will be so
I
proud.
say, by the way, what is your name?
Name? What's a name?
Oh, okay.
What's in a name?
What do people actually call you by something, or they just go, "Hey, you"?
They all just say, "Hey, you." I don't understand this name you speak of.
Yeah, well, never mind. We'll just call you "Hey, you" as well.
Oh, yeah, his name is Hey You.
Alright, hey you.
Didn't we
He
just
just-
have a cultural sensitivity talk?
I don't remember.
Anyway, so he starts walking you into the cave, and the first thing you notice is there is a door off to the right that is wood and carved in, and he kind of looks at it for a sec, but he shakes his head and keeps walking. And you notice up ahead there's another door off to the left and some stairs off to the right, and he keeps walking. But just for fun, real quick, Dane, make a, let's see, wisdom save.
Oh, not a wisdom save. It's almost like a dex save. Gosh, I don't remember what I rolled. Okay. I believe that's just a straight 14.
14? Cool. You
Yeah.
cannot resist the urge. Barely, you're close, but you cannot resist the urge that as you walk by that door, you reach out your axe and you carve a capital D into it, and then continue to follow the others.
Great. I'm 12.
Haha.
Anyway, so as you go deeper and you follow this guy, you start to see more of these little masked creatures running around. Some of them seem curious and they want to run up to you, and then they get close, they look, they turn, and they run away. Others don't even bother. They just shift and kind of nervously walk down corridors and alleys, getting away from you. You realize that this is an entire settlement, a whole town that has been carved out of the rock here. There are little access doors to your left, to your right. Some of them are carved high where people were able to get up and take smaller sections, whereas others were stuck down on street level, taking those sections.
Oh, it's
At
a
one
settlement after roll a d100.
Yep. And at one point, you even cross over a giant ravine that just disappears down into the void beneath you.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so we're basically walking through a honeycomb right now.
Kind of. But don't worry, I mean, it's not that bad of a void. You shall pass.
Yeah, no figure dressed in gray is trying to bar our way, huh?
No, everyone's in gray, but they're not barring you. They're just getting out of your way.
Got it. Anyway, all right. So we're walking. We're walking.
Okay. And we're walking.
That's right.
And you get to this kind of a larger clearing, and it looks like kind of like the troll market from Hellboy 2. A bunch of hustle and bustle and activity going on. And there's kind of a raised area off to your left with some large stone, like hewn steps carved up to the top of it. And the leader guy points up there and he says, "That's the place. We take them out, then we take those guys out over there, then we have the power."
Okay, well, we're not interested in power. We're just interested in...
I am interested in power. You help me get power. I show you how to get wherever you want to go. Remember? You wanted me as a guide.
It seems like a fair deal.
But you know what they say.
Come on, it's not like it's the first time we've instigated a catastrophic change in an entire settlement. Remember Atlantis?
No, yes, I do. But, because you make one mistake, and I'm not even sure that was a mistake, that might have been just inevitable, does not mean you go blithely just repeating that same mistake over and over and over and over again.
But we must have empirical data. We don't know if it was a fluke.
Well, I was gonna tell this little hey you that with great power comes great responsibility. Are you actually ready for that kind of responsibility?
He kind of looks at you and says, "Wait a second. Don't try to mess with me. I don't have an uncle you can kill."
Well, we don't know that. For all we know, those are the people that you want us to kill, or your family members up there.
You can't see this through the mask, but you feel his eyes squinting at you. And he just says, "I have no family."
Okay. So you're an orphan, huh?
No, I'm not an orphan. This is Tartarus. I used to be on the material plane. I died, and now I'm here.
Aha, got it. All right. Well, I thought we were just gonna basically beat up the guy that took your lunch money and take your lunch money back.
Yes, we are going to take my lunch money back. All the lunch money.
All right, fine, whatever. Just know this: that if you try to double cross us, we make really dangerous enemies.
He just shakes his head like, "Sure, dude, whatever."
And don't make me take my mask off.
Now
Anyway.
that does get a little bit of a response. He does take a half step back on that one.
All right. Well, apparently we're gonna go play Kingmaker. All right. Up. So which people are we taking out?
So he leads you up to the top of the stairs, this little entrance, and he starts banging on the door, just bam, 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 bam. And actually, I won't make you roll for it. Do you want to carve your D in the door while we're waiting?
I'll roll for it. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
That's a 3.
Yeah, you do it. He's like banging. He's like, come on here, buddy. Just over his head. You're just like doop a doop a doo, making my D.
Jesus.
This one is 3 interlocking Ds. You're trying to become more like artistic, show off your punk side.
Right.
Maybe it's like the Odin 3 triangles of Odin, but you're doing it with D's because you like
Well,
this is how I prove I've been to Valhalla.
Dan would probably be using dwarven runes anyway, so it wouldn't even look like a D. And he'll probably try and do a dwarven rune for a D and an S.
Awesome. But you do your S like extra fancy. It's like the dwarven room for a D, but then you do the like Stussy S with the like 3 lines and then the other 3 lines, and you make it all fancy.
Okay, sure. Because dwarves are artistic people, so
Yeah, that's kind of fancy. Hey, really quick, roll me a sleight of hand. I want to see something.
Oh, this is also gonna be bad. So that's based on Dex.
Yes.
Yeah, no, just a 12.
Okay, well it's not terrible. I mean, it's like the middle schooler did it.
Well, I'm acting like a middle schooler, so might as well be middle school level stuff.
Well, I'm glad the dice agreed with your, imagination. Okay, so after a couple of minutes of him banging, the door finally opens, and another little masked guy inside comes out, and he's just like, "What?" And then, there's an argument back and forth. We don't need to RP it out. Let's just say that it was like similar to like the Binars talking to each other, and just a bunch of rapid fire insults and stuff back and forth. And then finally, your guy leaps forward and jumps on the other guy, and they start tumbling into the room. And he says, "Okay, guys, now's the time to help."
All right, so we just kind of stroll in.
I barrel roll through the door.
Castro's barrel rolls. Tane strolls in. Can he reach the guy that AU is fighting?
Yeah, you could totally reach him.
Okay, so he just kind of reaches over and takes off that other guy's mask.
You go to grab it, and you find that even though it looks like a mask, it is like attached to his face, or possibly is his face.
Got it. Okay. All
like
right.
you grab it, and you like pull, and yeah, it's. Oh, I know. As you pull, it's like time stops, and you hear him in your mind. "Mummy, are you my mummy?"
Oh, put it back on! Put it back on! Put it back on!
Well, I can't put it back on because I was not able to take it off in the first place.
Leave it! Leave it!
Oh, I have proficiency with this. Alpha's been the resident mask remover before.
That's true. So you see Dane kind of grab it and then let go, and so you step up and go for it.
Yes, let's see here. He's not particularly strong. However, he could use the classic force equals mass times acceleration and just give it a good band-aid yank.
Okay, I'll allow it.
All right, what would I have to roll then?
Well, let's see here. So let's do a sleight of hand roll. So what is that? Your dex plus proficiency.
Okay.
And then yeah, go ahead and do that first.
29.
Oh my god. And what's your speed?
80.
Yeah. So it's less like pulling off a band-aid and more like waxing a really hairy guy, so you end up with like a man-o'-lantern type of situation. But in this case, it just takes his face off. Like you peel off the mask and the flesh, and there's just this bloody like muscles underneath with a couple of eyes sticking out looking at you.
Alpha holds up the face he just ripped off and says, "Huh, curious," and holds it in front of his own.
Oh my god. So morbid.
The poor little guy, he just like blinks and screams, and you had noticed that your guy, hey you, was just about to punch, and his fist hits that slippery face, and the impact skids right across the blood, and he slips, falls, and ends up on the ground as the guy you just defaced screams in horror and runs away.
This is awful.
Okay.
Alpha looks at Hey You and says, "You're welcome," and offers him the face.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Oh, come on, it's not the
He's
worst
just-
thing he's ever done.
Does the mask have teeth in it?
No, it doesn't have any teeth. The mouth was still intact.
Darn.
It just has this, skin on the backside of it.
Okay.
And and poor Hey You is just, he's like, what? That's not what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, stay there. And he gets up, and you see him like run around the room and grab a bunch of stuff and put it in his pockets, and he's like, okay, I'm out. And he runs out the door.
I mean, fair enough. Jesus. God.
So I guess, do we follow him?
I mean, yeah, he still needs to guide us. That's gonna be a really awkward trip.
So Dane's like turns to Alpha and says, "Hey, you want to go grab him? He is supposed to guide us. A deal is a deal."
Okay. Alpha just books it after him.
Well, you easily catch him because you can move absurdly fast.
Mhm.
He just
So
appears in front of the guy and is like, "You still need to guide us." And the guy's like, "Okay."
Wait, did he not take the face with him? Did he when he ran around?
I just assumed he just dropped it out of horror, but I guess he could have.
Well, if he didn't, then Alpha's like chasing him with the faces. Wait, you forgot this.
Alpha's gonna give this Hey You a heart attack.
He's
What
just
demons did I ask to help me?
all right. Well, then you run after him, saying that, and all the others turn and look, and finally he stops as Alpha catches up and hands it to him, and all the others kind of look at you and look at him, and you see kind of a more robust looking one walk out of the crowd, like it's a few inches taller, but definitely many inches wider than Hey You. And you see he's squaring up like he's going to challenge him, because it's like with Hey You holding the mask, it's almost like he's declaring his supremacy.
Ah, okay. All right. Have we? I'm assuming we've caught up with them by now. The rest of us.
Well, you come out of the house and you see Alpha has handed him the mask, and then that scene unfolds. You're kind of off to the side observing at the moment.
Okay. Well, how far away are we?
I don't know. Let's say they were booking it and they made it a good 50 feet away from you.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know.
Alpha just waves at the stocky one and says, "Hello."
My God. We're
He
terrible.
seems to he ignores you and is focused solely on Hey You.
How rude. Anyway, Alpha turns back to Heiyu and says, "So, will you guide us now to our destination?"
He kind of glances at you and glances back. He's like, I kind of have to deal with something first.
Alpha leans a little lower and says, "A deal is a deal."
Yes, but I can't honor the deal if I'm dead.
"Oh, your life is in mortal peril. Perhaps we can assist."
Uh, sure. The big dude's challenging me. I kind of have to fight him one-on-one.
Oh.
Oh.
Why must you fight him one-on-one?
Well, I guess I don't have to. We could call for a coalition fight. What are you thinking? You wanted to fight with me?
Well, we do need to expedite this process.
Okay, we can do that. So, what about your people? Is it just you and me, and him and another dude, or is it me and you and those other people? And who's fighting?
I don't know. Is Dane in the group close enough yet?
Oh, I'm sure they kept walking.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
can't
did.
have gotten that far ahead.
Yeah,
These
Yeah.
it really.
legs don't
No,
carry
we've
him
caught
that
up
far.
by now.
I mean, I'll fight.
Like,
Dane's down.
I guess Alpha relays this is, "Hey, you guys want to fight so we can leave?"
Sure.
Yep.
Right.
Murder,
Well,
yay
this
or
is-
nay?
We can all join. Now, can we get this over with? You must take us to our destination.
He's like, okay, and he steps out into the middle of the crowd and declares, "It's like, I accept your challenge with champion's assist." And the big guy kind of steps back and he calls for. He says, "Fine, I call mine. Those who stand with me, come. How many do you bring?"
So it'd be
There's three
You
of
know.
us.
5.
5?
4 of us. I'm assuming Ray. Ray, are you joining?
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Yeah, so 5 total.
Awesome.
Oh. Yes.
So in that case, then they're just like, "Yes, clear the area." So you see that the whole like area starts being cleared out.
Cool. Death, yay or nay? I would like to know.
Like what?
A battle to the death, or just, like knockout?
Or to the pain.
Yeah.
I would assume in this culture it's probably a battle to the death.
Ah.
Okay. Well, I figured that'd be a question, hey, you can actually answer.
Oh well, he say, "Well, yeah, we generally kill each other down here because we've already died once, so it's not like it's a big deal."
You've already died once?
Well, yeah, we're in
We're in.
Tartarus.
Oh,
yeah.
It's kind of the underworld.
But it's not like you can, once you die a second time, don't you die, like, you're dead?
No, this is. He's like, no. This is Great Wheel Cosmology. We're in D&D, so everything goes somewhere.
Hmm.
But where do they go when they die?
Well, let's see. So, if we're urban, then we'd go to the suburban. So we go down a level.
Okay.
I hear there's horrible monsters down there, but that might also just be a suburban legend.
Suburban. The puns strike again.
But you guys kind of set me up for it.
Yeah, and low hanging fruit and all that. All right.
Oh, the lowest.
So anyway, yes. So fight duel to the death. Got it.
And he just kind of leans over. He's like, "I'll warn you, these guys can be feisty.
Good to know. Thanks.
Cool. All right.
All right.
So you guys all square up and roll initiative.
Dane got a
Ooh.
4.
Alpha got 5. I thought I was going to be last.
Ray got a 6. 18.
Jeez.
Wait, we did 4, 5, 6, and 18.
That's insane.
I'm rolling
That's so
well
crazy.
tonight.
Yeah, you are. Let me
We
roll
want
my
to give
guys
them a
really quick.
chance.
Oh, that's hilarious. So I got 3, 5, 18, and 19.
All right.
That's hilarious. No, I have to laugh how it works out sometimes. All right, if I do auto sort, how does that work out on my 2 18s? Castros goes before the monster.
Woohoo!
Nice.
I
And then I
prevail.
What? Alex?
Alpha and a monster also like tied up there. But are equal 5s.
Oh yeah, you did. But it looks like it actually goes before you, the way it's sorted out.
My speed fails me yet again.
Yeah, oddly, but
It's kind of funny. Like, I do really bad rolls on initiative despite having insane speed. It's just like, he's easily distracted.
yeah, I think that's it. Huh. Well, in any case, the two of them charge in first. So I'll have Hey You and the big dude doing their own thing separately at first, so we'll ignore them and we'll have the other guys that come and attack you. So let's see. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just say everyone's squared off the same. How about 1 is Dane, 2 is Alpha, 3 is Ray, 4 is Castros, because then that's like going down the turn order that you rolled. I hit 4, so that's Castros.
Okay. I go first,
Okay.
right?
No, I'm attacking you. There's one of the masked people is attacking you right now.
Okay. It's an
Turn
identical
order.
amount.
Castro's got like the highest roll.
Yeah, but one of them rolled higher.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. There was just one. Castros gets to go next.
All right, I was just.
But no,
You
I
only
get it.
mentioned
It's
the other one that got an 18, so I didn't know.
yeah. Well, anyway. Maybe I messed. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe the spreadsheet did. I don't know. I'm using Google Sheets. In any case, all right. I'm gonna roll, and the first one absolutely misses, no question. And the second one absolutely hits, and he comes in and he bites you. Because oh yeah, so this one it's the top mask, mouth is open and accessible, but he's like jumps on you and bites down and lands that directly for 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And while he's on you, he attempts to claw. Does a 14 hit you? I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
No, he attempts to claw while up there and does nothing, but he is bit down, and so he is still on your person. And now it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. What are my options? Hmm. How? How big is our like arena space?
It's large. It's like, oh, you got like 60 feet across it.
Cool. Okay. Okay. So, other question. How, like, what area do you think a bolt of lightning would affect if it were to strike?
I'm not sure.
you would want to try and get this guy off of you first.
Give me a sec.
Huh?
I know. And
Let me
we
see.
can see the sky in quotations, correct?
No, you're
You're
underground.
underground. Yeah.
Never mind, my plan does not work. I was gonna call lightning and then wild shape.
Call wild lightning.
You ever seen lightning dance in space?
I've got too much to work with here. By the way, wild shaping is a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay, let me just do this then. I'll wild shape into a fire elemental.
Oh, geez. All right.
You want me to roll just so I don't fail completely?
Yes, please.
Johnny Storm, flame on.
That's a 13.
Yeah, you're fine.
Alright, so he's clinging to me, and I suddenly change form and am fluid, and then suddenly, ow, it burns.
What'd you turn
Okay.
into? This cube?
Fire elemental.
Oh, okay.
So,
A giant cube would have been hilarious.
Yes, it
that
would
would
have.
have been funny.
That'd be awesome, because then he was sunk down into you, and you'd just be sitting there just digesting him.
That would have been cool. I should have done that. I should have. Anyways.
If you want to do it, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll go
Seven
join
to-
this route. Why not? I haven't been able to do
All
it
right.
yet.
Cool. All right. So suddenly you become a gelatinous cube, and it falls inside of you.
That'll
So
teach
yeah,
you
he's
for
biting
biting.
into me, and suddenly it gives way, and he's suddenly sucked in.
And he's got your gel in his mouth.
It's
okay,
digesting
so
him from the inside already.
for
Yep.
damage. Let's see. Sexual save. Oh yeah, they can make a DC 12 Dex. They have to beat 12 for Dex saving throw, or they're engulfed.
He nat one.
Oh,
So he is stuck in there, like solid, like square middle of that cube.
It looks like he's in a jello mold right now.
Yeah.
3d6 acid damage, and it cannot breathe. So
Okay.
right now, it immediately takes 3d6 acid damage, and then on each of my turns from now on, it takes 66 acid damage.
can it crawl out?
Yeah, it can keep making dex saves. No, actually, wait, no. Now it's a strength check. They have to be a strength check to get out.
All right. Well, let's start out with him immediately taking 10 damage, and we'll go from there.
That is 8 acid damage.
Oh, I just rolled it real quick, and I got 10 just to do it. But I'll take your 8. That would give him a little more health.
And yeah, he is restrained. And yeah. When I move, the engulfed creature will move with me.
All right.
I can take out the rest of your guys too. I can just kind of.
I was just thinking, what if we just start
Just
chucking all the
slide
creatures
across
into the cube?
battlefield
It's like feed
and
the
engulf
cube.
all of them.
But you move really slow, so anyway.
I have a speed of 15 feet, so yes.
All right. Well, it's the next little guy's turn. He sees that and charges at Ray.
Alrighty
like-
then.
For glory.
Yeah.
So first, yep, he jumps up and bites. That one hits. And that is, oh, again, 9 piercing damage as he jumps on you and bites and then tries to claw and claws. So the claw is 12 slashing damage. And it's your turn. You have a guy on you who has now bit you and clawed you.
Alrighty. He's down. He's right on top of me, probably.
Yep.
Okay. I don't really want to try this out yet. But I suppose I can.
Okay.
You know, something. No, I can't actually, so never mind. Well, ain't this the predicament? I mean, it's right on top of me, so I can't really shoot it.
No, but you do have the ability. I mean, you could grab it. You could try and throw it. You could knock it
Stab
off.
with
You
your
do.
knife.
Yeah,
Yeah, but my short sword sucks.
Can stab it
Like
with
the
a
worst
random
thing.
arrow.
that's true. You could just like draw an arrow and stab it. Use it as a short weapon.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. It's the best option I got.
All right. Cool. Well, if you're just randomly grabbing an arrow, so I guess you can go ahead and roll your arrow for what you randomly grab.
Alrighty.
Well, technically, you can roll twice.
That was also a 15 to hit.
Those which hits.
Okay,
And
so
I
it's
was,
either number 47.
well, I was thinking this is just a roll once because you're not like
I'm not using the bow because the bow is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so 47.
Okay. 47 is the smoke screen arrow. It's tipped with a smoke bomb. Causes a cloud of smoke that obstructs vision for 1d4 -1 rounds. Yeah, that's it. So, you're basically all right. You pull it out and you just stab it, and then all of a sudden, poof! There's a cloud of smoke in the area, and all vision is obscured.
Protects you from other attacks.
What's the area of effect on this?
Oh, it doesn't say, so let's just call it a 10-foot radius. So it is covering basically, let's say let's say it covers Alpha and Castros. And Ray, of course. But Dane, you'll be just outside of it. How about that?
Okay.
What damage did the arrow do?
Oh, just roll your regular damage.
3.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Now that he is distracted by a smoke screen, I'm gonna jump away and cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Yeah, you stabbed him. Poof. All right. Boom.
Well, he's
Go
still
for it.
attached, isn't he?
Nah, he slashed me. Second.
Bit and slashed.
Yeah.
Oh. But I thought he was like on top of her.
Not anymore. He got stabbed with a smoke bomb, which
Okay.
I'm going to say that was sufficient to knock him off.
Got it. All right.
I always forget, is Hunter's Mark an extra move or an extra thing, or is it?
I believe it's a bonus action.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot him again. Well, like, actually shoot him this time.
Okay, so you stabbed him, and you jump back through the smokes, and you are like, Hunter's Mark, and then draw your bow and fire.
Oh yeah, thank God, Hunter's Mark, I get advantage, because I did not roll well. Still didn't roll well, Jesus. 17 to hit.
Jeez, yeah, that hits.
Alrighty. It's either arrow number 4 or arrow 16.
Well, let's see. 4 is the non-lethal arrow. It's it's a blunt head. And 16 is the arrow of healing, which deals 1d4 damage and heals 1d8 hit points.
Why?
I'd say go with the non-lethal because at least it's bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll give you a point of thumping.
Wait, it does get a 1d4 because I put Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay, well, go ahead then.
So that's 2.
All right. So we'll make that a total of 3. How about that?
Look, Dane, it's not my fault. I don't choose the arrows.
All right. The other one can't see Alpha, so it goes running for Dane. And wow, that was a good roll. 19, 20. So that's a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hit.
And cool. And does and does 23 hit as well?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, these I didn't expect to roll that well. So let me see. He bites you and does 9 piercing damage as he bites in, and then he throws his claws at you.
Seems like
And
9 is the bite amount for
I
everybody.
know that's really weird, but the claws, they really, I mean, he gets you right in the face and really just tears through your beard for a total of
I'm wearing a mask.
what?
Don't forget, I'm wearing
Oh,
a mask.
Well, it's cloth.
A shirt.
It's a shirt. It's not like
Yeah, I know, but probably catching the shirt before he gets into my beard. Just that's all I'm saying.
I'm just okay. You work with recip saws. Do you think your shirt would stop a recip saw?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm not saying the cloth is armor. I'm just saying it's going to snag on the cloth.
Okay, fine. I'll reduce that.
Dwarf is trying to protect his beard.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm reducing the damage.
You don't need to reduce the damage. I was just trying
no.
the narrative.
He just doesn't want his beard to be hurt.
Okay,
Yeah,
your beard.
narrative consistent.
All right, whatever. You get clawed up. You take. Let's. But I am going to reduce it anyway. Well, let's call it 21 total. So you take 21 points of slashing damage.
Jesus.
What? So
He's
9 points of biting and 21 points of slashing?
Yeah, he just clawed into you. I rolled
Jeez.
almost max damage.
Good lord. All right. Okay.
All right, now it's Alpha.
All right. So there's still one that hasn't engaged anything?
Yes.
I guess but I'm still in the smoke screen, but I guess I have an
You
idea
are.
of where that one was.
Yes.
All right. So Alpha leaps out of the smoke screen and goes straight for the one that hasn't moved yet. And I don't know. I kind of want to rip off his face again, but I don't know how difficult that would be in this scenario.
You
Would it
do
be
what you
another
want to
slide?
do.
I mean, would it be another sleight of hand?
Yeah, we've already gone through it once. Let's just use the same rules
Alright.
as we made up.
All right. So for the first quote unquote attack is to rip off the face.
Okay.
And I don't know, would a 21 suffice?
Oh man. You rolled like a 29 last time.
Yeah.
Let's say you hooked under it and you start to pull, but it's not quite enough to like get it completely off.
All right, but I at least have a good grip then.
Yes, you totally got your hooks in there.
All right. Now, using my momentum, I want to try to throw him
Straight backwards?
into the cube.
Okay. How many? All right. Sure, go for it.
All right. What would I roll for that? Be Dex still? Or
Because I'm going to say that first thing was an attack, and this is a continuation of an attack.
Yeah,
So-
this would be his 2 attack rolls, basically, my 2 attack rounds.
All right. So let me see. Let me just do a check to see if he can resist you at all. But yeah, do a. Good lord. No, strength. This has got to be strength. Because you're lifting and
Strength?
throwing him.
Okay, then I need to adjust this by a few points, and that would be 22.
Okay, I was about to say you have to beat a 16, so good job. All right, yeah, you send it flying, and it lands in the cube,
Yay!
and it immediately takes 15 damage melting into that cube.
Just gonna keep loading up the cube.
Perfect.
All right, Dane, it's all you.
All right, so Dane is just flat out pissed now. So first thing he does is he rips his mask off.
Okay, and there's also that one on you.
Wait a minute, huh?
You had that one jump on you and bite you and claw you.
Oh, I thought you didn't. Okay, you didn't say that. You just said he bit me and clawed me. All right, but he's attached to me.
Well, he can be. I'll tell you what. Fine, he can be whatever you want. He can be right in front of you or on your person. But I like where this
Never
is
helps
going.
the narrative.
Whatever helps the narrative. You rip the mask off.
Okay, all right. So if he's in front of me, I mean, if he's on me, then it really doesn't make a difference. But if he's in front of me, then I would say that ripping the mask off would kind of give him a little bit of a shock, right?
Yes, he has a moment of. He definitely has a moment of horror, and he barely makes a wisdom save to not just like freeze.
Runaway screaming. Perfect. All right. And then I am going to swing my axe at him.
Okay.
All right. Oh, perfect. 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. So let's see. I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that is 14 slashing.
Jeez. All right.
And then I slam my axe into him again. Oosh. Thank God I'm next to my companions. Not a lot better. That is only a 13 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
I didn't think so. All right, then one more time. All right, that is a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. All right, that's going to be another 14 slashing.
All right.
So, he got a little of his own back on that one, so that's 28 damage there.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, well, the first guy that's in the cube. So, what is it I had to roll? A strength check?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That is a 12.
It's a DC 12 strength check.
So he loses, I
Yeah.
think.
Barely.
Cool. All right, well, he takes more damage.
So is it 66?
Not on. It says at the beginning of the cube's turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I don't think
Well,
I think the creature's just restrained.
Yeah, he's still in
It
gold.
just loses the turn.
All right, so he just loses the turn, and now it's the cube's turn.
Yep. So 66.
Oh, to both of them.
Yep.
Oof, haha. I just rolled it online. I'm not rolling 6 cubes. 17 acid damage.
Jeez.
I mean, 66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start, I guess as the cube, I'm just gonna start slowly, like, inching my way towards, like, another one. I mean, I have a speed of 15 feet, so I just move as close as I can to the next one.
Well, you can't see it, but there is one next to you where Ray was.
I sidestep shuffle next to it. Just right on up
Well,
to it.
No, you can't see it, so you probably can't unless you got some kind of ESP.
True. Alright.
Because it's
roll
What here?
1d4.
Oh, yeah, because
See if
this
you go
one.
in the
Yeah.
right direction.
Yeah, roll a 1d4.
1d4?
Yeah.
One.
Nope, you missed it.
Oh, well.
yeah.
I start moving then.
Cool.
Becomes like a Roomba. I'm Roomba now.
All right, so yeah, you
robot.
start moving. You just happen to not hit it.
Cool. Alright. Anyways, they both still took 17, so that's my turn.
Okay. So there's the one that is next to Ray. It can't see anything, so it's gonna, let's see, it's gonna run to the side. It'll just start running until it gets out. And
Oh,
as
but
soon as
does it run into the cube?
Ooh, good question. Let's you know what? Here, I'm gonna roll. Actually, what I'm gonna do for him is because he's just gonna be blindly running, and the cube just suddenly moved and doesn't know where it is. Roll me real quick, Castros. Roll me a 1d100 and tell me what you get.
Ooh, okay. 80.
Holy crap, that's a good roll. Yeah, he runs right into you.
All right. We
Dex
got three
save,
of 'em.
dex save, see if he can avoid it.
Dex save is 11.
Nope, he's in.
All right.
And just like that, 3 of them are just trapped in the gelatinous cube.
Oh wait, and he takes immediate damage upon hitting the cube too.
Oh, yeah. 1 sec, let me roll that.
3d6.
Yep.
Cube MVP.
I rolled 17 from the 3d6.
Jesus.
Jeez.
I guess it's probably because he face planted straight into the cube.
Yep, just
Someone
ran as
mouthful.
fast as he could.
He runs so
Oh.
fast, he just immediately darts into the middle of the cube.
Oh my god. All right.
Their downfall will be to a gelatinous cube.
All right, Ray, it's your turn.
What do we do now? Like I guess help
Turn, right?
Dane. Yeah.
No, it's Ray's turn. There's one left. That was the one that was.
There's technically 2. There's the one that's fighting Dane, and then there's the one that's fighting our Hey You.
Yeah, I was gonna let Hey You and that one fight it out, and Hey You win, and have you guys just deal with these ones.
Okay, so yeah, there's just the one that's against Dane right now.
Gonna shoot it.
Don't miss.
Just imagining Alpha comes over and just watches.
That's
the
a
cube
dirty
dissolve.
20.
Well, yeah, you hit.
Yay.
I think after this, Alpha's just gonna watch the cube and keep poking them back in as they struggle to get out.
Alright. That's either arrow number 9 or 48.
Okay, 9 is water arrow. When this arrow makes contact, it releases a burst of water that extinguishes any source of fire no greater than a 5-foot cube. And you said 48, which is binding arrow, designed to explode on contact with a sticky goo that hardens almost instantly.
With 48.
That was
All right.
48.
All right, so you shoot it, and it explodes. It's got a strength check to try to break out, which it immediately loses. So you have it encased. What?
8 damage.
8 damage. All right, it is 8 damaged and gooed.
Alrighty, shoot it again.
Okay, well you get advantage on this hit because it is immovable.
Alrighty.
Pincushion it.
17.
Well, yeah, that hits.
Yay. Alrighty, that's either arrow number 1.
Okay, which is ice arrow, a shard of razor sharp, ever frozen ice, or
89.
89. Zipper arrow does regular damage, but when the arrow is ripped out by a PC, it does 4d4 damage. To rip an arrow out, a PC needs a strength of at least 15. The actual arrow has small spikes and sharp edges near the base where it has entered the body.
I think I'll go with
The-
number 1.
Okay, I was gonna say if you went with 89, Dane could rip it out and do a whole bunch of extra damage.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'll go with 89 then. And how much
Okay.
damage is that from just the arrow? 3.
Well, you get an additional so
1d4.
it does it no it does the 3 damage and then roll a 1d4 again to determine, well, actually it doesn't matter. This fight will be over by then. Basically, you shoot it and it freezes it as well. So you have a little like icicle of a creature inside your goo. You basically have like a you have deep fried ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. Okay. So yeah.
So I
Fantastic.
guess it's just sitting there in front of you, Dane, gooed and frozen. Do you want to just like punt it into the cube, or
If you don't I will cede my turn to you, Dane, if you want to do that as vengeance.
I guess yeah.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. No. I won't punt. Yeah, I won't punt it into the cube. I'll just pick it up since he's completely immovable and push him into the
Yeah.
cube.
Okay.
So
But
I
your
pick
hands
him
are
up.
gonna get all sticky.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I will kind of pick it. Okay. So actually here? What? Tell you what. I'll rip my mask shirt, wrap it around my gauntlets, pick it up, and then carry it over, push it into the cube, and just kind of leave my cloth, rags stuck on the creature as I'm pulling my gauntlets out.
Now you don't have a face anymore.
There you go. I like it.
A good call probably for the
All
acid.
4 of them in the gelatinous.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. And he automatically fails his dex save because he's immobile.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll just, and since it's been 17, we'll just say that he takes an immediate 17 damage.
Okay.
I say
Can we also just assume as they're trying to do their saves to crawl out, Alpha just keeps poking them back in?
So you guys all just sit there and yeah, you watch them slowly dissolve, and your buddy Hey you is victorious, and the fight ends with everyone just kind of watching that disintegration in the middle of the arena.
God. I will after it's all done. I will check back into Castors and go. I'm comfortably full.
And then you belch.
Yeah.
Your buddy Hey you just goes up and he's like, "Oh, thanks guys. That really not what I expected, but let me show you the way out of here, I guess." And
No,
you
you're
walk-
going to show us down to Carcery, not just the way out of here.
Well, yes, that's what I meant. Jeez, God, you're so literal. Man. Never trust the living, I tell you.
Right?
Yeah, he takes you down around some corners, and there's this like opening in the rock. It looks like almost like the mountain had been torn open. And he's like, "Okay, here it is. You follow this, and it will take you out the other side to where you're wanting to go."
All right. Okay. Castros, before we go any further, can you heal me? Because I did take quite a lot of damage that last time.
What do you need?
30.
There's a couple. was a couple people that got hurt.
Yeah, I think I got hit the hardest on that particular one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To cast is a 23. And then sorry. And then I'm using the Moonstone, so it's 44.
All right, that
Jeez.
that tops me off nicely. Thank you, Casseros.
Yep.
It's Casseroses casseroles.
Yeah.
Made with extra masked person.
That's right. You got a little bit of a boost from what you digested.
I'm full of energy. I'm ready to go. Let's go, guys. I've eaten the equivalent of 10 hogs. Let's go.
Yeah, maybe that's
You're
what
gonna have-
actually heals up Castros instead of having to waste a spell slot. It's just you feel uncomfortably full.
Yeah. You feel uncomfortably full and realize it's going to be an interesting morning tomorrow. Probably 2 magazines.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Awesome.
Impressive
Well,
dietary capabilities.
Let's have this fade to black with you guys marching single file down into the ravine.
All right, perfect.
I think that last fight has been my favorite so far.
That was utterly ridiculous.
That, and I still really like the undead Minotaur. It's good. Because we just destroyed it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well, what's really funny to me is if you actually look at the rule book, that whole fight was about 12 seconds.
Wow, that's some serious whoop ass right there. Then
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because what each round is 6 seconds.
With Gelatinous cube just chilling in the
Yep.
center, and all of the other guys just get pushed into it. That's all the fight is.
Well, to be fair, only 2 were pushed in. One ran himself inside,
Yeah.
and the other one just kind of fell in.
So I mean, for 2 of them, it was their own fault.
Yeah. So really, we only killed one of them. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to do the direction thing, and the first time I was like, well, I'll just roll, like cardinal directions and see if it matches up or if it's within a point or something like that. And then I realized, no, I just need a completely random like 1d100 and see what happens. And oh my god, I can't believe you rolled so good.
Just an 80.
Well, that's a high roll. If it was lower, it wouldn't have worked, but because you rolled so high.
Yeah,
A gelatinous cube can be really inconspicuous when you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially when
stealthy.
well, it is when it's completely enshrouded with smoke.
True. I wasn't expecting to roll that high either. I normally never roll 1d100s.
I just thought that was stinking hilarious.
Yeah.
While shaping a last cube, it falls in.
And then fails to get out constantly.
And then Alpha's like, this is an efficient way to kill somebody.
Yeah. Like, why would I need to waste valuable key when I can just chuck it into a cube?
Right?
It's like a garbage disposal.
But to be fair, he tried to disable it from the fight by ripping his face off first. So,
Well, yes,
he
that's
tried to be
true.
slightly more non-lethal.
He tried to rip its face off.
Well, yeah.
Just casually.
As evidence from the last time we encountered them, like, ripping the face off doesn't kill them, at least not initially. It makes them run away.
Yes, this is fair.
I mean, that is fair. Yep. potentially non-lethal, just really horrifying.
Well, I mean, I guess it's all a matter of perspective at that time.
Yeah. Artificial
But
life forms, man, they're frightening.
it's like, well,
Yes.
he's only artificial in body, not spirit. He's just confused from being, transferred. So it has to
Right.
relearn.
But there is something very artificial with the way he perceives, the world around him. It's not like he's, a human trapped in an artificial body, so most of his responses and memories and stuff are still human. He's very
Who says his soul was human to begin with?
no, I mean that's a good point. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, as far as his reactions and his perceptions are very much like what you would expect, some kind of an artificial life form to have. Is they don't have those biological perspectives that come from millions of years of evolution and a 20-year childhood.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, you got to think if you are ripped from one body into another plane, then put back into a body, and basically have no fear of death, and it's because you know exactly what comes after and don't fear it. Like, what is the issue?
Right. Yep. I'm just seeing a lot of parallels between Alpha's responses and Isaac from the Orville. I don't think you've seen any of that show, but it's still very. I'm seeing a lot of parallels.
Yeah, I need to watch Orville.
Yeah. Well, it's basically Data from TNG, but a little more extreme.
Yeah.
Where Data was trying to be human, Isaac is not, like, explicitly.
Yeah. He is
Yeah, I would
truly.
say Alpha kind of fits into that. Like, why would you attempt to be something you're superior to?
Yeah, that's basically Isaac.
Yeah, he actually says that at one point. What was that? Season 1, when there's some species that sees any creature that's not as technologically advanced as them as inferior, and thus they do what they want with them. So they have like a big menagerie of all the different species. And one of the few that they respect is Isaac, because Kalons are even superior to them. So they're just like, yeah, whatever you want. Come on in, Isaac.
I can see that. Oh, I mean, kind of like how the Vulcans treated the humans at first.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I still kind of think Vulcans look at humans like pets, because if you look at the average life of a dog, and we keep a dog as a pet, and then you compare the average lifespan of a Vulcan to the lifespan of a human, it works out to be about the same ratio.
yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.
We infer, we do not explicitly state.